When I first saw that the Samsung Galaxy A51 was one of Samsung's best seller for Q1 of 2020, I was surprised because, well, that phone was kind of interesting to us, but I didn't expect it to sell that well. And now Samsung returned once again with the Galaxy A31. Technically, it's a tier below the Galaxy A51, hence the naming scheme. But how does it actually compete against its competitors in the market? So, the name itself, Galaxy A31. It is obviously aimed towards an entry, mid-range-ish kind of smartphone market segment, but it still retains a lot of premium designs from its flagship counterparts like a curved back and also a very thin design overall. And the screen itself, Samsung did not cut any corners because this time around they're using a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, and it is using 2400 by 1080 pixels in resolution, giving you extra crispness and beautiful Samsung AMOLED colors with extreme brightness and also dimness, so you can use the phone in the darkness as well. So what about the performance? Well, as for the specs of the Galaxy A31, here is the list, and the thing to take note of is the MediaTek Helio P65 chipset. It is kind of old in today's standards, but in terms of benchmarks, it is still kind of comparable to the Snapdragon 665 chipset, which is technically a current generation mid-range Snapdragon chipset. And overall, I did have a pretty playable experience on PUBG Mobile when I'm playing it on smooth with ultra frame rates, which is 45 FPS. So yeah, this is still a very capable phone if you wanna do some gaming. And let's not forget about the cameras on the Samsung Galaxy A31. As you can see here, there are a total of 4 cameras, and the main camera right here can take some beautiful pictures. It still has that signature Samsung color punch to it, and overall the white balance is looking kinda good for the main camera itself. Overall clarity is kind of surprisingly good, as you can see in this image here. This leaf with all the water droplets, it's just a very beautiful picture to look at. However, when we go indoors, the picture starts to get a bit more fuzzier. As you can see here, the colors are even a bit more washed out. And jumping on to the ultra wide angle camera itself, the color temperature is very much colder than before, but it still takes very nice pictures overall. And we should also highlight that there is no distortion fixing in the software itself. And as for the macro camera, it's actually the same as the Samsung Galaxy A51, so you can take some fantastic macro images with its 5 megapixel sensor. And as for the battery life of the Galaxy A31, it comes with a 5000 mAh battery, which is amazing, and it can last for about 16 hours in our battery life test. And that is quite mind-blowing. And the charging time, to get from 15 to 100%, it takes about 2 hours of charging time with its 15 watts of fast charging. So I think that's kind of okay because I very much prefer a larger capacity battery rather than a faster charging. So there you have it. 5000 mAh battery is good. And the best part of the Galaxy A31 is obviously going to be its software. So if you are using an existing Samsung smartphone, or you just want to tap into Samsung's ecosystem or the One UI experience, this is a brand new entry point into that ecosystem, because Samsung did not hold anything back when it comes to software on this phone. So you still get the Edge panel, a full-fledged Edge panel with the clipboard function and also some of the screenshot functions and whatnot. And then you also have Samsung Pay. So this phone is a perfect entry point just for you to test it out. And for me personally, I've been using all of those features for a very long time on their flagship S series. So to see all of those features trickle down into this kind of mid-range entry-ish level kind of devices is amazing. And I just want to highlight the importance of software experience, because whenever we experience bad software, we complain about it. But when we experience good software, we just rarely talk about it. And its software is why this phone is priced at 1099 ringgit. It is definitely not the cheapest smartphone with this kind of specs in the market right now, but once again, software experience is important because it is, for me, the one thing that I interact with on a daily basis when I touch the phone. So yeah, I do think that if you really want to try out the software and you are willing to pay the extra price for that experience, then yes, 1099 is a good price for you to try it out. And that is all we have to say about the Samsung Galaxy A31. And we'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. We'll see you next time.